going to see Dr. Dani today and see why you're so itchy?
In Melbourne, Kristen is concerned about her beloved Ralph. The overweight 9-year-old groodle has persistent ear problems and flaky skin, so she's asked Dani to come and have a look.
Hopefully we can get Ralphie sorted today. Knock, knock.
Hi, Dani.
How
Here
you
she
going,
is.
Kristen? Hey, Ralphie boy. Hello, Papa. How you going, mate? Hey?
He's been waiting for you.
Oh, darling, hey? Oh, you're such a gorgeous boy.
Sit down, Ralph. We've got to have a talk about
You're
you.
a big smoocher. Ralphie is like a big cuddly teddy bear. He's so sweet and smoochy. I love him. So tell me, where are we at? How's he going?
The ears are still bad. So it's mainly
Okay.
the ears. He's itching a lot at his mouth, rubbing his mouth on things.
okay.
Generally not comfortable.
Okay, oh, mate,
But
it's
the
not
ears, I feel like, are
the
painful.
big thing.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll certainly have a little look at them today, see how they're travelling, and I'll have a look at the lips too, because they can get itchy lip folds and things like that. And we'll go from there, pup. Hey?
Okay.
All right. Mate. Dogs, they're pretty stoic characters, but they do give us those little clues that something's not right, whether it's them leaning into the hand when you give them a scratch when they've got an itchy ear. So it is important to really pick up on those little clues they give us. Just gonna have a little look in your ears, mate.
Poor baby.
It's all right, mate. Good boy. Oh,
Oh,
I know. It's a bit sore, I think, at the moment too, isn't it, hey?
Let's have a look at your ear.
Let's have a look.
Come on.
Good boy.
Good boy.
It does imply there's something irritating the ears,
Yeah.
for sure. I'm trying to have a look at Ralph's ears today to see where we're at, but he's clearly so uncomfortable. He's really resisting me looking in them today. He seems very itchy and a bit sore at the moment, the poor thing. Yeah, it's definitely really inflamed. The left ear is probably a little bit worse than the right. There's a fair bit of wax sitting in the ear canal. They're definitely inflamed, but we've definitely got potentially infection, otherwise allergies going on, setting these ears off. I also want to just have a look at these lips that you said have been itchy as well and see how the skin's looking there. Hey, pup? Sorry. It's a bit funny having people look at your mouth. There's nothing too notable on the lips, which is good. He might have some itch, certainly, but it's not. We don't have any dermatitis or, it's unlikely for there to be an infection as well. But we'll get a sample and just make sure. Hey, pup?
Okay.
All right. So I'll
boy,
be nice and gentle, mate. I'm very sorry, okay? Good boy. So I'm just going to get some samples from both of the ears and the lips, and the reason for that is to make sure we haven't got any infection going on. Just a bit of a funny feel. If we do, we're going to get that treated firstly, but I just need to take them back to the clinic and have a look under the microscope. All right, so we've still got ongoing issues with those ears, the lips. Hopefully we can rule out any infection. The next thing we need to talk about, little Ralphie boy, Kristen, and the entire family is the F word. And that is food.
So Dani says the F word and I'm like, oh my God, I didn't know what she meant. But yeah, food's an issue. We know that. We just love him so much and I know we overfeed him and feed him the wrong things. So this is going to be good.
I think what's underlying all of this is allergies, okay? And food allergy is one of the things that can set off skin in dogs, okay? The only way we can rule in or out whether food is playing a role is to do a food allergy trial. So it's an elimination diet trial where we use a special diet that has a novel protein, novel carbohydrate that Ralphie's never eaten before, to see whether over a sort of 6 to 8 week period we see improvement in those signs, in the itch, the ears and the mouth. Okay. Doing this, if we can get the whole family on board, this could hopefully help with the skin, but also shed a little bit of weight along the way, which would be great for his longevity.
Yeah, look, he is a bit fussy, so I suppose the only thing is I'm worried he might not like it.
He may not like it. Okay, well, how about we do a little bit of a trial just to see if he enjoys it, and then we can go from there.
Okay, yeah? That'd be good.
All right.
Come on, Ralphie. I was just thinking it was fur, but I think deep down I knew he was getting a little chubby.
So this is the product I think will be good for Ralph. The reason for that is that it's just got crocodile and tapioca in it, things that he will never have eaten in his regular diet, his pet foods, home cooking, that sort of thing.
Yeah, right.
It's really important because we know then his immune system hasn't developed a reaction to these things, okay? So it does mean that he will not be able to eat any other item though for that trial of 6 to 8 weeks.
All right, we'll give him a go.
So let's see if he likes it. We'll give him a little snack. Now for his weight, I would feed him around 600 grams over the entire day.
Okay.
And because we are feeding him for a bit of weight loss, ideally more regular meals is good. So maybe, you know, if we can split it over to 3 or 4 meals a day, that's 600 grams, that would be great.
Okay, moment of truth.
Yes.
What do you think, Ralph?
Oh, yum. Good boy, Papa. Ralph loves the food. It is such a relief because that's going to make life so much easier for them. The main thing that we need to remember is that he's only being fed this, so no more Vegemite on toast. Hopefully that itch starts to really settle down. I think the biggest test is going to be for the rest of the family. No more treats, no more snacks. Hopefully they can do it.
Dani, thank you so much for coming around.
Absolute pleasure. I'll be in touch. I'll let you know how I go with those samples.
Yeah.
And then I'll see you soon. Good
Okay.
luck with it all.
I think he's going to love it.
I have a good feeling.
Okay.
Good luck. All
Thanks
right.
so much.
See you later. See you, Ralph.
Come on, Ralph,
Good
say
boy.
bye.
Bye.
Thanks, Dani.
See ya.
Bye.
In Melbourne, Dani is on her way to visit owner Kristen and her much-loved groodle, Ralph.
I am very keen to see how Ralph is doing today.
Okay, Ralphie. Today is a test. Dani's coming. Hopefully she'll think you look a bit thinner.
4 weeks ago, Dani started Ralph on a single protein trial to try and eliminate some persistent health problems.
We're at the halfway point of Ralph's food trial at the moment, and at this point you can really see anything between no improvements or already seeing improvements. So it'll be interesting to see what we find today.
Here she is. Look.
Hello, Ralphie boy.
Hello,
you gorgeous boy. Hello, how you
Hey,
going?
how are you, Dan?
Good. Hello. How have we all been going with the new diet?
Really good. He's been eating it. It was a little bit tough at first.
Okay.
And just not giving him bits off the pizza
Just
or whatever
the-
we're
yeah,
having.
It's
you
a
know?
big adjustment for the whole family. How's the rest of the family coping without giving him all these little...
They've been pretty good. The first week wasn't, so I
Yeah,
did have
okay.
a couple. We had a couple of slip-ups where
That's
I
okay.
saw a
You're
mate
only
giving him.
human.
But once everyone realised how important it was,
Yeah,
we
good.
all And I've been giving him some in the morning and some at night.
No, that's good.
Yeah.
I think, two to 3 meals, whatever works, but I think that's good. When they're on a bit of a weight loss plan too, having those regular meals helps them cope much better. So that's really good. Has he lost any weight actually? Or
I
we're
don't think
probably
yet.
Not yet. Okay, early days. Early days.
He
It
is
only early
very
days.
furry at the moment.
He's a
so
fluffy boy.
I think a lot of it's fur.
Yes. And how do you feel he's been going with his skin? Have you noticed any
I feel
improvement
like
at all?
the ears are still a bit itchy. The one thing I have noticed is that he stopped wiping his mouth after eating.
Fantastic. Look, that's a really
Yeah.
good sign, and hopeful that maybe it has been food setting that off. So we'll still need some more time to be sure, but that's a really hopeful sign. Gosh,
Okay.
it'd be so good if it turns
Yeah.
out that food is setting things off.
There was one thing I wanted to ask. So my husband was saying, can we just give him little bits like of actual approved dog treats?
Nothing else. No, you really, because we're
Not
on,
even how tiny.
even though it's a very small amount, if he's got an allergy to whatever proteins and carbs are in that treat, that's enough to set him off and void the trial. So you'd have to
I
effectively
kind of
start
thought
it
that,
again.
so I haven't given him any.
Yeah, no, very smart thinking because it is confusing. So Kristen's checked with me whether she's allowed to give Ralph any treats, and unfortunately when we're doing the food allergy trial, we can't feed anything else other than that food. So that Crocodile Tapioca loaf is the only thing that can enter his mouth through this 6 to 8 week period. It's so tough, but they can do it. I know they can. Now, how have the rest of the family been going with their, strict no
Everyone's
treats at
been
home?
really good.
Yeah.
So I got video evidence for you
Show
because
me.
my husband likes to give him toast. So we stopped giving him the toast.
done.
And what we've found is that he now knows the toast isn't for him and isn't coming for it anymore. So you'll see he
Wow.
just stays on his own waiting for the toast.
Sorry, Ralphie, you can't have toast anymore. Not for you.
See his face though, he's like,
I can't believe Kristen has brought video evidence to show that they haven't been feeding Ralph that Vegemite on toast. I love that she is so committed and determined to get this sorted. Oh, she's the champion. Well done. Well, that is really, proof that he's gotten used to the new routine, that he's settled into it, that you guys are doing a great job, and you've all been very dedicated. I am impressed.
We have.
Because it's so hard, and you feel bad because you just want to give him, so much love and reward. But hopefully it all pays off and you can get rid of all these itchy ears, itchy mouth and ongoing skin problems forever. That would be amazing.
Yeah, that's what we're hoping.
Yeah. Got some improvements. Hopefully we see more in a few weeks.
Okay,
all right.
Dale.
See you soon.
Thanks
okay.
so much, Dani.
Bye. Bye.
See you, Ralph.
Say bye.
I'm feeling good after the halfway check, especially because we've had some reduction in those sort of itchy symptoms. So I'm feeling like if we can just find out what this is at the end of it, it's all going to be worth it. See? She's very proud of you. I told you could do this. Good boy. You've been such a good boy, Ralphie.
In Melbourne, Kristen is waiting for Dani to do a check on her beloved Ralph. For the past 8 weeks, Ralph's been on a single protein diet to see if it helps with his allergies.
I'm feeling good about Dani's visit today. I know that he's been really good over the last 8 weeks especially. I think she's going to see a heap of improvement.
Knock knock.
Hi! How are you?
Good. Hello, Ralphie boy. How are you? You're looking handsome
Sit down.
today, aren't you, hey?
Good timing because I'm just feeding him his last of his 8 weeks.
Perfect.
He's liking it.
So he's still enjoying it, which is
He's still
fantastic
enjoying
to see. Hey? So what's been the biggest improvement that you've noticed with Ralph since he started the trial?
Definitely the mouth itch. He just doesn't do that anymore. He was always rubbing and itching along the couch after a meal. Just not happening anymore.
Well, that's amazing because that is really strongly associated with food allergies. So that's a really good sign. And how have you gone with the ears? Because I know you were scratching them a lot before.
Yeah, I've noticed he's not. For the last 4 weeks, I haven't seen him doing that itching, which was quite ferocious, going back a couple of months. So
good.
Obviously he's allergic to something.
Well, it's certainly ticking all the boxes.
Yeah.
We still have one more step to confirm definitively that it's food.
Okay.
And not, some environmental change that's made an impact.
Yep.
Do you know what the protein was in his previous diet? Was it like beef or chicken?
So we just gave him a range. So
was a variety, okay.
the way I looked at it, like every day was a different protein.
Sure. Well, look, then I would just systematically try, one protein at a time. Yeah. Just remember it can take up to 2 weeks to see that skin flare up from starting that diet. It can be minutes, but it can be the 2 weeks. So just give it that amount of time. So chicken and beef are the more common proteins that dogs are allergic to.
Yeah,
so if you don't know what he was on, if it was a mixture of the two before, starting with either of those will be fine.
Okay.
But it's likely that one of those are going to set things off. Prime100 have lots of single protein diets that you can use for that trial, which might make life a bit easier. But as long as you're feeding, if it's beef, feed beef. Chicken, and then eventually you'll be able to figure out what it is that's setting him off. If everything's good, then you can continue feeding that diet if you want to.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But otherwise just keep working through to figure out which proteins are setting him off. So it'll be really interesting to see once you start doing these food challenges back onto the other proteins, whether you notice the mouth rubbing again straight away.
I feel like that's the thing I'm going to notice first.
That might be, because that was
Yeah.
like the obvious change initially. So keep your eye out for that. And well done to all of you for actually sticking with it, because it's not easy.
It got easier. So it was really
habits.
hard at the start, but it got easier.
And it's just so worth it in the
I
end,
know.
because then it's so simple once you've gotten through that. It can be incredibly hard for families to stick to a single protein diet when they're used to feeding maybe a variety of things, treats, scraps from the table. So there's a lot of habits we need to undo so that we can do a really effective trial. We might want to lose a little bit more weight a little quicker. So for him, probably around the 300 grams a week is your kind of goal weight loss rate.
Okay.
So maybe keep sort of fiddling with the amount of food he's getting in the day until you sort of achieve that.
Yeah.
And just keep weighing him weekly, fortnightly, and hopefully we can trim him down too, hey?
Well, I've been putting everything sort of measured in a bag and making sure he's not eating anything else, so.
Well done. I am thrilled with the results that Ralph's had on this trial. And to be honest, I'm always a little bit skeptical that we're going to have such a great result, because often there's a combination of things setting off these allergies. But the fact that the main problems were the mouth itching and the ears, and both of those appear to have resolved. It's a really, really positive sign that the food is all we need to deal with, and that is a really simple path from here on in for Ralph.
Well, this will be the interesting part to see what it is.
Completely.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, well, keep me posted, and if you do get any, if any other questions come up during that process, just let me know as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks,
Hey,
Dani.
you're a good boy. Well done. Hey, keep up the good work.